The Alps. For thousands of years, crossing the majestic mountains had been a dangerous endeavor for travelers. The challenge to traverse a vast alpine wilderness with dark forests, rugged trails, deep valleys and snow-covered passes has created a myth. I wanted to experience this legendary journey and ride my mountain bike from Oberstdorf, Germany to Trento, Italy. For almost 1 year, I've been trying to lure my good friend Andy into joining me on this journey. The final bait was a picture of the Uiner Gorge in Switzerland, showing a single trail carved into a huge cliff. Andy flew to Frankfurt, where I was about to pick him up at the airport.
Hey Andy, welcome to Germany! Wow!
German edition.
We had to drive 2 cars, my car and a rental, from Germany to Italy, leave my car at the end point of our tour and drive the rental car back to Germany. Finally, after 1 night in a small hotel near Oberstdorf, we started our journey through lush green valleys, but a journey that would soon force us over rugged alpine passes and on exposed single trails. The good thing about crossing the Alps is that you can rely on a well-established infrastructure of marked trails and welcoming huts. However, even with the bare necessities, gear, tools, food and minimal clothes, our backpacks began weighing on us with at least 15 pounds each. The route we had chosen would follow rather small mountain trails. Trails like the Schroffenpass, which was carved out of the rock during the 18th century to allow farmers of the remote Lech Valley to sell their goods in the next bigger town.
How are you feeling?
I need to clip into something. Are we there yet?
Not quite.
Back in the next valley, we were heading to one of the posh ski resorts. No more untouched nature, but a busy touristic town with hotels, restaurants and dozens of ski lifts.
Let's hear where you want to stay.
Welcome to Bürgenschleise.
With 200 miles of riding and 40,000 feet of ascent in 5 days, we were on a tight schedule. Breaks were timed. Exhausted, we reached the Freiburger Hütte on the end of our first day.
And Andy, how are you feeling?
Easiest day of the week. No trouble. Cheers.
Now it's a bit better. Cheers.
To you at home.
Now what is the reason that you're doing this?
Well, my friend Robert from Germany was insistent, and he's right. I would love it. I would love, hate it.
In our bunk beds, we slept a tired sleep. Before dawn, we started with our headlights on the descent to the next valley. On rideable service roads, or pushing over rocky single trails. After 4 hours of riding the bike, it was time for breakfast. Time for a tasteful treat and much desired calories.
Enjoy breakfast.
Bon appetit. The good part again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hardest vacation I've ever taken for me, by far.
Wait until tomorrow.
I won't consider that a vacation.
The second day would later lead us up a long valley. We started to realize, not our legs are the weak link, but the growing pain of our sore bottom. Every excuse to get off our saddles was welcome. Of course, the spectacular view on a roaring waterfall.
You must get back on the bike.
More ascent and more hard work. But the gravel road soon turned into an unrideable hiking path. Patiently, we bore the pain of the additional weight of our bikes before we reached the Heilbronner Hütte on the end of our second day. The third day was scary. We started in light rain and we knew the most strenuous day would lie in front of us. Not only the hardest climbing part, but also the most technical passage of our tour. But you know what? We decided to take a shortcut.
Okay, and what are we?
Girls!
Cheers!
Cheers!
Taking the cable car.
Do I feel bad about this?
It's convenient.
Not really.
Nice.
Destroy the film.
No.
Riding further up the mountain, long after passing the tree line, we approached the Austrian-Swiss border. We had only a short lunch at the Heidelberger Hütte. It was already past noon, and we still had a long way in front of us.
Camino to Santiago.
Yep.
The pass.
The pass. Highest point of our trip, 2,600 meters.
9,000 feet.
Oh, not quite.
Oh, there's a higher one.
A steep and exposed downhill trail would lead us from the Fimba Pass down into the Inn Valley.
Robert! He made it!
Shortly after the little town of Sueng, we entered the Uina Gorge. It was already getting late in the afternoon, so we had only a little time to rest before we headed off to the crux of our tour. A trail literally carved out of the solid rock. Finally, the gorge opened up and we entered a vast alpine meadow in quiet peace, with marmots eagerly watching us. After more than 12 hours of riding, we saw the final destination of our third day. On the next morning,
Good morning,
the weather
Andy. How's it
cleared
going?
up. We saw a stunning alpine panorama in front of us, with the majestic Ortler Peak in the back. We forgot the pain of the day before and we knew. Now we have a day of relaxation and recovery waiting for us. We were heading for Italy and the Italian way of life.
Are you ready for the last pass?
Last pass, my ass.
We started day 5 in the Ulpen Valley. One more major pass to go before approaching Trento. The Rabijoch Pass marked the final climb of our tour.
Sweat, baby, sweat!
A nice lunch at the Haselgruber Hütte and having a huge descent in front of us made us forget all the pain of the past days. Back in the valley, we followed a long road through Val di None to Trento, where our car was parked. One last stop, and we arrived at the car.
Multiple passes and 5 days later, you made it!
It's fantastic.
It was
Is
great.
it over?
It's over. We're there.
What do you feel at the end of such tour? I cannot describe it exactly. To me, it was a melange of proud, relief and regret. Proud of having achieved what we had planned for. Relief of not having to sit anymore on a sore bottom. But also regret. The regret of a wonderful time having come to an end.
Okay, here's we look kind of different.